The past few demos, I've not only talked about type and other features in Illustrator, but I also talked about clipping masks. And we're going to do them one more time. So here in Chapter 9, I will go to File and Open. On my desktop, I'm going to find my Chapter 9 and Folder 9.1, Clipping Mask. Okay, right here at the top is clipping mask package.ai. We want to make a little game box for an electronic chess game. Okay, so we have the package border right there, locked. We've got our package design at the bottom that's locked, and your photo here. So the way Illustrator works is if you want a photo to be a permanent part of this file, not a link back to what's on your desktop, but for a photo to be part of the file, you go to File and Place. Right here on your desktop, you find your Chapter 9 and 9.1, and I've given you 3 different chess pieces to work with. You only have to pick one of them. You could do the bishop, the black knight, or the rook. So I'm going to pick the knight. Right down here at the bottom under options, to make this a permanent part of this file, no check marks. Link is the worst one, so make sure that's turned off. No check marks. Then when you click place, you're going to see a preview. You can click and drag about the size of that brown bar right there. There we go. And obviously, the problem is we have the entire photo. All I want is the chess piece. I don't care about the background. I just want to show one piece from the game. So I'm going to zoom in, click outside with my black arrow, and hit D for default colors. But I don't want to trace a black outline around a black chess piece. So right here, I'm going to hit this curved arrow and swap those 2 colors. So now instead of a white fill, I swap, and now I've got a white stroke. I don't need to fill this. The chess piece is the fill. So I'm going to click on the fill, hit the question mark key, and then I'll zoom in one more time to really trace out the details. So now with my pen tool, I start from a corner, and I'm going to click and drag and trace this chess piece. This line that I'm drawing right here pretty much represents the edge if I was to cut this out with a pair of scissors. Okay, so take a few minutes and trace out whatever chess piece you decided to work on, whether it's the knight, the rook, or the bishop. And I'm going to take a few little anchor points right here to make a few little bumps underneath that chin or jawline, whatever you want to call it. Let's go around there. Option or Alt key for a bump. Option or Alt key for another bump. Come up here. Option or Alt key for another bump right there. And we'll go all the way around right there. Option or Alt key for another corner. And we'll do a few little bumps right here for the back of the hair, the mane. And I'm going to keep going down. Should be well adapted to tracing by now. And let's go around that curve. Right there is where I would cut it out with the scissors. Option or Alt key for a corner. And we'll go around the bottom of this chess piece right here. And Option or Alt key to end on a corner. So if you want, you can pause the video right now. Keep tracing your figure, and then when you're done, you go back around to the corner, then resume the play. I'll wait. Okay. So now that I'm done, I'm going to go to my zoom tool and Option or Alt click to zoom out. I take my black arrow and now I need to select the tracing and the photo. So if all your other layers are locked, you could just start right up here. Click and drag down into the photo and the tracing. The tracing is basically where I want to see the photo. Everything outside the tracing is what I don't care about. So that's Object menu, Clipping Mask, Make. Right there. When you make a clipping mask, it makes a group. So if you take your black arrow, that is fine. You're just going to move the photo around. Don't use your white arrow because what that will do is select what's in the tracing and tear it out of your tracing like that. So be aware of that. Okay, once you do a clipping mask, don't click your white arrow. Edit, undo, go back to the black arrow. I'll click outside, then click, and this guy is a little bit too big. So there again is your free transform. Here is the transform tool widget. Click the top, constrain so you don't distort your photos. And then I'll just drag a corner down just a little bit. Go back to my black arrow, and then I can move that into place right there. And that is called embedding a photo. Okay, let me show you the difference here. If I go to File, Place, and let's say I pick this bishop. If I am not careful and I don't check my options and that link is turned on, when I go to place a photo, you will see a big X through the photo like this. That X is a bad sign. You know, if you're drawing or if you're writing notes and you don't like what you wrote, you X it out. You X it out because you don't like it. Okay, so if you ever choose File and Place and you throw a photo and you're like, oh my gosh, there's an X. I forgot to turn off the link. Okay, you don't delete it. You turn off the link right here. Window menu, links. See, there's a little chain. This is a link. You click the pop-up and you embed your image. Now the X is gone, just like the knight doesn't have an X. So just keep that in mind. If you go to place a photo and you see an X, you forgot to check your options, but you can always go to Window and Links and embed the image. Okay, don't unembed it, but embed the image. All right, so I can click on that with my black arrow and delete it. I obviously didn't need that in there. This chess package is now done. I don't need to delete any layers. I will go to File, Save As, last name, first name, chess, PKG, package. On my desktop as an Illustrator file, and I'll click OK. And that is my reminder on how you use simple clipping masks. In the next demo, I'm going to show you the difference between clipping masks and draw inside. So I'll see you in a few minutes.